y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about this 300 density. If you want the scoop, stay tuned. Alright y'all, so on today's episode of I Buy It Before You Try It, we have ZLIKE hair. Now in videos 1 and 2, we already went over the details of this hair and we did the install. Now today is Judgment Day for ZLIKE, and I'm gonna just go ahead and get it out. Y'all, when these people said 300 density, baby, they meant 300 density. When I tell y'all, she is so full from roots to the end, y'all. Ain't nothing about her thin, stringy, like Miss Mama's is thick, cornbread fed. If you know, you know. And because that is their main selling point, I am so glad that she actually is as full as they say. Now, also in today's video, I am going to be styling this unit. Now, if you know me, and some of y'all are real riders, y'all been rocking with me. And shout out to us, y'all. We at 100 subscribers. Oh, I thank y'all so much. Like, that's small to some people, but to me, I'm just so appreciative of everybody that tunes in. Anyways, before I go down a rabbit hole on that is not what this video is about. In this video, we are going to be styling her also, but I'm more so of a middle part, side part kind of girl. But I'll show y'all in here like a couple different styles that you can do with this unit as well. I know, Daya, we hear about the hair. Okay, y'all, so let's get into the hair. Now, first things first, the hair was soft from the time it came out the pack. And it stayed soft the entire time I had her on. Now, for me, absolutely a green flag. Love that down. Soft hair. Like, sometimes you'll get some hair, it'll be soft for the first 2-3 days, and then it turns to a Brillo pad. Now, also, too, for y'all that are new tuning in and don't know, I keep these units on for a full 7 days. I'm not the best at keeping it tied up. I really don't like to have to do much to it, to be honest. So, for my lifestyle and for it to have stayed soft the whole entire time, 10s across the board. ZLIKE, you did your big one with the softness. Super soft. In addition to it being soft, it did come pre-bleached and pre-plucked, which I love also. If y'all hear some rattling in the back, that's my dog. I don't know what she got going on. Nevertheless, pre-bleached, pre-plucked, which I love that. It minimizes the time that you spend customizing, and that also makes it super beginner friendly. So if you don't know how to bleach knots, or if you just don't feel like bleaching knots, you honestly don't have to. Equally the same with the plucking. If you don't know how to pluck, or you just don't have the time or don't like doing it because plucking is extremely tedious, you don't have to, because it comes pre-bleached. It comes pre-bleached and pre-plucked enough that it'll still give you a good install. Now, would it be an honest review if I wasn't honest? Let's just keep it a buck. As thick as this unit is, she sheds. She does shed. Not in a scary, like, oh my God, the wig is falling apart kind of way. But every time you brush it or comb it, you're going to see hair. And it's not 1 or 2 pieces. It's more so 7 to 10. Each time you rub your fingers through it, if you're rubbing your fingers through it, trying to detangle, if you're combing, brushing, even going from the tips up, she sheds. Now, I've had wigs that shed as you walk. So, it's not terrible, but it is something to know if this is a unit that you are thinking about getting. The cap size itself, it was snug. It really was. Now, it fit me perfectly, but if you in the big head committee, I'd be a little cautious with moving forward with this unit. It don't really give big head friendly. Maybe something that I would recommend if you are going to order it. I know when I ordered it, it didn't have a cap size. Some places that you order units from, you can change the cap size. I didn't see that when I ordered this one. So just keep a lookout for that. The average size head is probably like 21.5 to 22. If you anything over 22, then, you know, I would be kind of side-eyeing. But it did fit me perfectly. And the construction of the unit is actually well made. The length was supposed to be 20 inches. And after I washed it, because like I mentioned before, I did bleach my knots and stuff. And I always tell y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all until I am blue in the face, wash your units before you just put them on your head. After I washed mine, though, I remeasured it, and it was about 18.5 inches. So not dramatically short to the expected 20 inches, but it still wasn't the full 20 inches either. So that's something to know. And definitely, again, if you do move forward with purchasing this wig, once you get it, you want to make sure you check the length of the wig. I don't get anything from y'all buying this wig. Let me just drop that out there. I purchased this by myself. I don't get anything from y'all moving forward to getting it. So I have no reason to lie to y'all, but I do want y'all to have the best experience with the unit, which is why I do these kind of videos. Anyways, moving along, I wanted to talk to y'all about heat. Now, I didn't put much heat on this unit. It's a curly unit, right? So I only used a little bit of heat when it came to this unit, which was just pulling the short hairs back. And then for this style that we just did today. So I can't really speak to that because let's just be honest. If we buy a curly unit, we want to wear it in its curly state. At least I know I do. I'm not buying no curly unit to straighten it. You know, the curls are beautiful on this unit. Like, they're beautiful wet. They're beautiful in their dry states. And that's my favorite thing about this unit, if I'm being honest. Because sometimes you'll get some curly hair and how it looks wet versus dry, it be different. This one, how it looks wet is also how it looks dry. Of course, when it's dry, it's just more fluffy and bigger. And that's the look that I like. So they definitely get 10s across the board for that also. Another good thing about this unit also, it's extremely low maintenance. It's extremely low maintenance. In regards to products that I used, I only used water and styling foam. And when I tell y'all, that's all you need. Now, I know you have some people, they do the curling creams, the mousse, the leave-in, all of that, which is fine. If you go those extra steps, even if you go as far as using the diffuser, I just know this unit would really pop. However, for my preference, I like to do as least manipulation to the hair as possible. Because sometimes, and y'all know what I'm talking about, you'll get a unit and you got to put everything but the kitchen sink on it for the unit to even give something. A plus with this one, you can do the bare minimum and she's still going to be so stinking cute, y'all. So that's another 10s across the board for ZLIKE. They really did their big one. with this unit. I'm telling y'all. Now, I didn't get in the pool or in the beach water or anything. So I didn't get any major bodies of water to see how it would react to that kind of water. Only thing I did was wash this unit about twice for the duration of me having it on. And she did great. Very easy, no stress. It was just a smooth process. So I do think that's something to know as well. Overall, if I had to rate this unit, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Of course, they get in points off for the shed in. They're definitely going to be getting docked for it not being the full 20 inches. And then just for my big head girls, they get in docked for the cap size as well. But other than that, this wig was an absolute dream to deal with. If I had to recommend this unit for someone, I would possibly recommend this for a tropical vacation, a college student, even an everyday working woman that still want to serve looks but don't have as much free time to spend an hour doing their hair in the morning. So would I buy this unit again? I would say yes. I would buy it again, but I would definitely get it in a longer inch. They do go up to about 32. So I'll probably order it in the 30. And then that way I can compare the difference also for just because it's longer, is the quality of the unit going to change? Would I wear this unit daily? Maybe not every single day, but she's definitely one that I'm going to keep in my lineup because she tea and she definitely gives looks. I got so many compliments when I wore this unit. Like, my girl is cute, she's soft, and she easy to work with. So for me, that's all I really look for in a unit. But y'all let me know down in the comments below. What y'all think about this unit? Would you order it? Is 300 density too much for you? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Until next time, y'all. Bye.